guys. Buck, I want to make a little change here.
Sam.
Just a minute, Everett. Now, Buck, you know where you come in at the last there with dum-da-da-dum-dum, crash, crash?
Yeah.
Well, this time, I want you to come in with dum-da-da-dum-dum, tinkle, tinkle.
Tinkle, tinkle?
I'm switching you from symbols to a triangle.
John Philip Sousa arranged it for a symbol.
Well, Sam Bailey's rearranging it for a triangle.
Sam.
Be with you in a minute, Everett. Harry, in the first part there, where you have the ooh-bop, I want you to change it to a wah-wah.
You mean in the third bar after the trumpet's rest, and I'm playing a B-flat minor, you want me to change that to a C-sharp major?
Why must you always change the subject?
Damn, Harry.
All I want is a simple little wah-wah.
Okay, Sam.
Sam.
Please, Everett. You follow Harry's wah-wah with a boom-boom. Well, have we got that, men? Dum-de-de-dum-dum, tinkle-tinkle, wah-wah, boom-boom. What is it, Everett?
I'm going home.
Why?
I've been with the band for 3 years. Never missed a rehearsal. My family comes to every one of the Sunday concerts, and nobody's ever heard me play a note.
Everett has a point.
I don't know why I'm even in the band.
Because we have 12 uniforms.
As long as you're rearranging John Philip Sousa, you might at least find a part for Everett.
Okay, Buck, your tinkle-tinkle is out. Everett, you've got the triangle part.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
All right, men, let's take it from the dum-de-de-dum-dum, dum-dum. Truck, let's get down to the park. How do you like the new arrangement, Jim?
Oh, it really swings, Dad.
I think this is going to be the biggest year that the Balboa Marching and Grunion Hunting Society military band ever had.
Paul Ford as Sam Bailey. Starring in The Baileys of Balboa. John Daner as Commodore Wyntoon. Sterling Holloway as Buck. With Judy Carr. Les Brown Jr. and Clint Howard.
We drew a pretty good crowd, huh, Skipper?
Try to give people what they want, and they show up.
Oh, Mr. Bailey, it's going to be awful.
Just a minute, Mrs. Engeldorf. We've been rehearsing all week.
Oh, not your music, Mr. Bailey. It's the park. They closed it.
We can't be that bad.
Who closed it?
The council.
Let's see what this is all about.
You see, it's closed.
And now it's open.
And now it's closed.
Just a minute, Pete. We can't disappoint all these people.
I'm sorry, Sam. I got my orders.
But we came for one of Mr. Bailey's concerts. We haven't missed a Sunday in 3 years.
Do you want to have an angry mob on your hands?
Be reasonable, Pete.
Look, I am on your side, but you can't fight City Hall.
Who can? Buck, let's go to City Hall.
It's Sunday, Sam. It's closed.
The mayor's house is open. Let's go. All right, men, back into the truck.
Oh, you're wonderful, Mr. Bailey. We knew we could count on you.
Music lovers, we shall return.
Oh, he's such a dear. Isn't he, though?
Over here, Sam.
Well, I've been expecting you.
What's this about the city closing the park?
Sam, the city never owned it. That land was loaned to us by an estate. Now that they've decided to sell it, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yes, there is. Let the city buy the land for those thousands of people who enjoy good music.
Thousands. Do you know at your last concert, the band outnumbered the audience?
It takes time to build up a following. But we're working on new arrangements all the time.
But, Sam...
Now, listen to this, Mayor. I want you to hear a little something we whipped up this morning. Man, take it from dum-dum to dum-dum dum-dum. And you're trying to close the park.
Oh, well, now, believe me, there's nothing personal in this.
What's happened to culture in this community?
Nothing has happened to culture. It is a matter of economics.
Mayor, if you close that park, you destroy a landmark.
A landmark?
That bandstand is to Balboa what the Eiffel Tower is to Paris.
Well, tell me, just how many people in town do you think feel like you do about it?
Oh, I should say 4,000 or 5,000 easy.
Uh-huh. All right, Sam, I'll tell you what I'll do. You get me 5,000 signatures on a petition, and I'll get the city council to hold up the deal.
Fair enough. I'll start working on it Monday morning.
But I better warn you, Sam. You'll only have 24 hours, because the new owners take over Tuesday morning.
Mayor, I'll have those signatures before you can say John Philip Sousa. We're not like Jet. We've still got a fighting chance. First of all, I'd like to welcome all you friends of the Balboa Marching and Grunion Hunting Society Military Band. You're a wonderful little group, and I know you'll bring back a lot of signatures. You'd be even a more wonderful group if you'd give me a chance to talk. Now, I have the schedule of your assignments here. Everett, you and your squad will cover the business district.
Right.
Miss Engeldorf, you and your squad will cover the residential district.
Right.
Sully, you and your squad will cover the beach. Larry, you cover the water skiers. And Joe, you got the scuba divers. Buck, see that he gets a pen that writes underwater.
Now, the minute that you get your petition filled out, come on back and get a new one. And in the meantime, we'll tabulate them and keep a running account.
Folks, when you present your petitions, be pleasant and courteous. Don't take no for an answer.
All right, team, go down.
Gentlemen, you're all upset over nothing.
Well, we wouldn't be if you'd done what you promised to do 10 years ago, get Sam Bailey out of Balboa.
I assure all of you that Sam Bailey will never get enough signatures on his petition.
Well, if he does, you'll have wrecked one of the biggest real estate deals the yacht club has ever been involved in.
You're making a typhoon out of a squall.
You keep saying that, but do you know what's going on outside? Sam Bailey has little old ladies pulling men out of manholes hopping trucks, and I even saw one up on a girder, 14 stories up, chasing a riveter.
I will now institute phase 2 of my plan.
Okay, Commodore, but phase 2 better be awfully good, because if it doesn't work, you're out.
You have thrown down the gauntlet, and I gladly accept the challenge. It is now time to infiltrate behind enemy lines.
Madam,
Yes?
will you sign my petition?
Certainly.
Now, here you go, Miss Dangerfield.
Yeah, there you are. You're as fresh as a daisy. You're a wonderful little person, Mrs. Dangerfield. You just stay right in there. We're in the home stretch. Goodbye. How we doing, Jim?
2,138.
Boy! Did you hear that, Buck?
Yeah, it's gonna be touch and go, Sam.
Oh, don't you worry. We're gonna make it.
Mr. Bailey! Mr. Bailey!
You're doing a wonderful job, Miss Engeldorf, and we're all very proud of you. Just hang in there. We need every signature we can get. Scrappy little thing, isn't she?
Mr. Bailey!
Did you get it all filled already?
No, Mr. Bailey, she stole my petition.
Who stole your petition?
Some crazy old lady with a baby buggy stole it.
A crazy old lady with a baby buggy stole your petition?
Yes, and I had 87 signatures on it.
How did it happen?
Well, I walked up to her and asked her to sign my petition. She turned around, grabbed it, and ran down the street pushing her buggy.
Jim, take Miss Engeldorf out into the kitchen and give her a glass of water.
Oh, dear, and I was doing so good.
We'll have to pull her out of the field. She's cracking up.
Mr. Bailey! Oh, Mr. Bailey!
Atta girl, Mrs. Waterman. You're doing a wonderful job. Hang in there. We need every signature we can get. She's a tiger, that woman.
Bailey, you don't understand. A crazy old woman with a baby buggy stole my petition.
The Buck, take the water away from Miss Engeldorf and bring her out here. Now, just what happened, Mrs. Waterman?
Well, I walked up to her and asked her to sign my petition. She turned around, grabbed it, and ran down the street.
Agnes! Oh, Agnes, did she hijack you, too?
Yes! Craziest old lady I've ever seen.
And the fastest, too. You see, Mr. Bailey, and you thought I was cracking up. They were going to pull me out of the field.
Dad, it sounds like somebody's trying to sabotage us.
I'm gonna call the police.
To report a speedy old lady with a baby buggy stealing petitions, they won't believe it.
What's our next move?
There's only one thing we can do. Set a trap and bait it. Don't forget your petition. This is the block where she knocked over Miss Engeldorf and Mrs. Waterman.
Sam, I'm embarrassed.
What are you embarrassed about? You look lovely.
Suppose some of my friends see me.
Nobody will ever recognize you, Buck.
Bernice. But Sam...
Sandra.
Let's get this thing over with, Sandra.
Here she comes. Now, you know the plan.
Yeah. You approach her with a petition. And while you're talking to her, I slip around behind her and get ready to grab her the minute she snatches the petition.
That's right. Let's go. Pardon me, madam.
Yes?
But would you be kind enough to sign our petition
What's it for?
to prevent the city from stamping out culture?
Well, aren't you two dears to be doing this?
Thank you.
I got her!
What is she doing?
Bernice, let go of this nice lady.
Thank you.
Don't be upset. You remind her of her mother.
Yeah, and you have the same kind of eyes.
You two should be locked up.
I told you not to grab her until she took off with the petition.
Quit hitting me with that. Jim?
The baby buggy bandit struck again.
No.
Hijacked 3 more petitions.
Maybe we're staked out in the wrong neighborhood. Sam, let's forget this whole thing.
But remember what we've got at stake. Well, if we don't catch... Shh. There's one with a baby buggy now.
Glenn, will you sign our petition, please?
I certainly. I got her!
Shall we chase him, Sam?
Forget it. He's the fastest old lady I ever saw.
What happened to you two?
We ran into the strongest old lady you ever saw.
And her name was Commodore Wyntoon.
You're kidding.
No. That's the one who's been stealing all our petitions.
So Wyntoon and his mob own the park.
How many signatures did we get?
A little over 2,500. He stole as many as we got.
Well, one thing I can say for Wyntoon, he's a worthy adversary.
And a mighty strong old lady.
Well, it was a nice try, Dad.
I certainly hate to give up.
Then let's not give up, Sam. Let's go down fighting. Tomorrow night, get all the boys together down at the bandstand. And while you're conducting the final concert, I'll load up that old Civil War cannon and stand guard till you finish.
It's a nice idea, Buck, but it won't work.
Wait a minute, Jim. I like the idea.
You do?
Just one thing. We'll have it here.
Here.
The Balboa Marching and Grunion Hunting Society Military Band will give our next-door neighbor, Commodore Wyntoon, a concert he'll never forget.
That's a stroke of genius, Commodore. Bribing that old lady to steal these petitions.
Well, when I take up the gauntlet, I really go.
right, men. Relax. Buck, reload.
Now, wait a minute.
Wyntoon, fair is fair. You've got your park, and we don't want to cause you any more trouble. So I moved the band concerts over here. What? We're going to have 3 concerts a week.
3 a week?
The other 4 nights we're rehearsing.
You can't do that.
We've got to, Wyntoon. We've got a lot of money tied up in sheet music, uniforms, and gunpowder.
I'm warning you, Bailey.
All right, men. Take it from dum-de-dum-dum, boom. Before we go into our next number, I think we should hear a few words from the man who donated this park to our fair city, Commodore Cecil Wyntoon.
Thank you, Sam. Fellow citizens, I can't tell you with what pleasure I stand here and gaze out upon this vast audience enjoying a good, old-fashioned Sunday band concert. When I think that this grand old landmark is going to be torn down and replaced by a high-rise office building with penthouse apartments, underground garage, 27 luxurious shops for rent, an exclusive foreign car agency, I can't tell you what it means to me.
Let's hear it for a man who is all heart. Hip, hip. Hooray!
All right, boys.